To the untrained eye, you look like everyone else. But you have another side. Embrace it with a machine that's worthy of you. Stylish on the outside, savage on the inside. Legion by Lenovo, powered by Intel Core i7 processors.
Think she can't get a last-second clutch? Watch this. Think he can't carry his team while streaming in high resolution? All the while recording a once-in-a-lifetime win? Watch this. Think leveling up only happens in-game? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, they'll rise to every challenge. Now it's your turn. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Rise of Legion Indian League of Legends tournament powered by Intel. My name is Apollonia and I'll be one of your shoutcasters for today. With me is Anthracite.
Hi guys, and I'm back, and we have an exciting game up ahead. We have Nocturnal Visage versus Team Roty's Den. Team Roty's Den, the team which has been performing the best in the past few tournaments, the de facto team in the South Asian scene, and India's #1 team right now. So everybody's excited for this match. Looking at the ban phase, we see that Jarvan, we see that Elise, and we see LeBlanc being banned out. So that's definitely target bans. Frost, definitely a monster on both Elise and Jarvan. Elise we saw last game, and Kaka very comfortable on the LeBlanc. So Pyle just doesn't want to deal with that burst DPS. LeBlanc being banned out. On the other side, we see a Rengar, we see a Morgana, we see a Vladimir being banned out. Vladimir again, very strong champion, very powerful, very overpowered. We've been seeing him played in the Worlds a lot. Rengar, definitely a target ban, and Morgana just because they don't want to deal with CC. Looking at the pick phase, we see an Akali being picked up. So that is very interesting. Akali is a really tough champion to play around. It can be taken both mid and bot, so let's say what they decide to do with it. And on top side, we see, and on the side of TRD, we see Captain Kirk and Danny go on that Zaya Rakan. So definitely the priority bot lane. What are your thoughts on that, Apu?
So we know that Nocturnal Visage on the blue side, they're an up-and-coming team. I think, if I'm not wrong, just recently formed, but they're all very good friends. Team Roty's Den on the side of the red team. We have seen them many times in Indian tournaments. They are now one of the best, or if not the best, in India. So they know what they're doing. We see the Zaya and Rakan pick coming. It's really good because Zaya and Rakan, there's still a strong duo in the bot lane, and that is what I think Team Roty's then wants to, secure. The Akali first pick is really, really bold. It could be a flex pick for Nocturnal Visage in top and mid, but I think this is actually a top pick. They come in with the Thresh and Ashe as an answer towards the Zaya Rakan. I think that's not too bad. And there's a Gangplank. I think the Gangplank is to counter the Akali. I think it's pretty decent. So right now, it looks pretty balanced to me.
That's very true. Fufu plays a very mean Gangplank. He plays a good Gangplank. So definitely sending him up top. It's very difficult for Akali to lane against the Gangplank with the constant Harris coming out. And Crayon just I don't think Akali is in her pool, so I'm most probably we'll see Akali going up top. Ashe Thresh, another very strong lane. They offer too much CC. So at this point right now, bot lane looks pretty even, a pretty good match. I wouldn't give priority downright to anybody at this point. So we see both bot laners coming in, we see both top laners coming in. There's Syndra being banned on the side of Nocturnal Visage, and I'm not really sure. Syndra is a champ which Kaka doesn't play much. I mean, Kaka has a massive champ pool, so he can play it, but there are other picks, I think, which they need to stop him from. We see Jax and we see J4 being banned out, so that's definitely targeted towards the jungle. And we see a Zoe bank coming out, so again, very high burst damage champion, potential to just 100 to 0 someone, so it's been banged out. Gragas being picked up on the side of TRD. Forest does play a mean Gragas. How does that open up the team comp for them?
Well, Gragas is always a great pick if you can utilize him very well. His ulti can be used as a catch, or it also can be used as a disengage, which I like this Gragas pick because I feel it goes well with the Gangplank. So I like it. I would like to see what mid laner they would take, because in this circumstance they can go for an AP mid laner or an AD mid laner. I think it's fine because Gragas does offer a good amount of AP damage. We see Nocturne as the answer from Nocturnal Visage. Well, Nocturnal Visage, Nocturne. Do you think there's some sort of inspiration there?
Yeah, most probably. I mean, he does play a lot of Nocturne, the jungle, so I'm not really surprised seeing the Nocturne coming in. We see Crayon pick up that Veigar in the mid lane, and we see Kaka responding to that with the Silas. Kaka does play a very mean Silas, and there's nothing more poetic than stealing Vega's own ulti and hitting it with it. So it's gonna be a very interesting lane. Vega definitely, if he steals Akali's ulti, if he steals Silas definitely, if he steals Akali's ulti, if he steals Ashe's ulti, Nocturne's ulti, Vega's ulti, it's always gonna be a huge threat. But with recent nerfs to Silas, I just want to see how much of a lane dominance is there going to be.
All right, I'll just like to point this out on the overall team compositions for both sides. Team Roty's Den, I actually like this. I always talk about how I don't favor 4 melee champions in a team. So there's the Rakan, Gragas, Gangplank, and the Silas. They're all melees, but Gangplank does have that barrel range plus that ultimate. So I do like the fact that it's a Gangplank part of this 4 melee comp.
Plus, if you look at all the other three melee champs as well, they all have massive initiations too. So they can just dash in and just jump on you.
Yes. The Gragas, the Rakan, the Silas, these are 3 very good picks. And actually, right now, looking at the whole composition of Team Roty's Den, I hope to see a lot of early rotations between the mid and the bottom side, as well as the jungler invading together with some of the laners coming from the mid and bottom side, because it's going to be very easy to pull off, and they can get that early dominance, because on the side of Nocturnal Visage, there is a Vega. Vega scales infinitely. So that's something that they have to look out for. However, their only frontline is Thresh. And if Thresh has a bad time in bot lane and he's not able to get all those souls and to be tanky enough to help stand in front for the team, it could be over for Nocturnal Visage. And we also got to put into account that Team Roty's Den is a much more experienced team.
That's very true. Looking at the summoner spells, we see 2 teleports coming in on both sides. So both sides are running double teleports. I think this is one of the first times I'm seeing this in this tournament. What's your take on this double teleport meta going on?
I like double teleport because in rank 5s, it's a lot easier to coordinate the teleports. So Gangplank with this teleport, I think is going to be really good for him, because he can use it as a last resort if he needs to come down. If his ulti is not enough, he can use it to roam and teleport on Gangplank. I really like it. So I foresee, Fufu is going to go a very safe laning phase. He's just going to farm up for that mid-game, late-game damage. So I like that teleport decision on Gangplank. Silas, Kaka, he likes to roam. He likes to assert dominance. He will go in the jungle. He will go to either lane, top or bottom. It doesn't matter to him. He will roam. So this teleport is going to be of great use for Team Roty's Den. So looking at Nocturnal Visage, Crayon, I believe she was a Dota player before. She's been playing League for about half a year-ish. She is decent because she doesn't shy away from a fight. And she is also, taking that chance by taking teleport as one of the summoners and not barrier, to keep herself safe. I think she's going to push herself very far in this game. What do you think?
It's going to be very interesting because if I look at both team comps, on the side of TRD, you have Rakan, you have Forest on that gangplank, you have Silas. That's a lot of initiation tools. But if you look at the side of Nocturnal Visage, yes, they have the Thresh, they have the Nocturne, they have the Akali. Um, they can deal damage, but what they lack right now is the ability to tank. Nocturnal Visage lacks a front line basically to either be able to protect that Ashy or Veigar, and that is something which might cost them, which might
It's
be a
going
little
to cost
troublesome.
them. Yes, yes, yes. I agree with you 100%. So now we are moving into the loading screen. The match is about to start. I'm extremely excited. I would just like to thank you guys for following the tournament. Don't forget to subscribe to Legion Gaming India's YouTube channel, which is this channel you're watching the broadcast from. They have regular gaming content with some of the biggest names in gaming from India, so check that out too. And yeah, now we're moving into the game, and we're just going to give a little bit more insights on the keystones, what to expect, and just like take it away for us.
I mean, it's the round of 16, so now we start to see all proper keystone. I really we see Akali not playing electrical, playing fleet footwork, which is really strong on Akali. A lot of people have switched to fleet footwork, and from my experience, it does give you that sustain. It does give you that movement speed burst you need. So it sort of takes away from the nerf Akali faced recently on the Q healing, and again, Nocturne and Ashy with the lethal tempo is just deadly. Once they stick to you, they can just start dealing so much damage. Looking at level 1 on both sides, do we see a cheese strategy happening maybe?
Yes, we see the pings coming in from Team Roty's. Then it looks like they're looking for an invade in the bot side of the jungle. And there's a pause. We all know the much needed pause will come around every single match.
And yes, the lucky pause. We do go start the game with a pause. I think the pause is being called from the side of TRD. Fufu might be facing some issue, but it's nothing major. We'll reconnect pretty fast. So looking at the solo laners here, what lane do you think the Nocturne should focus more this game?
I think the Nocturne has a really good chance to, well, it's really tough, you see. Nocturne does not have a mobile mid laner that can follow him in, so the Silas Gragas pressure is going to be automatically very difficult for the Nocturne. I think he can look to try and push out top, give top a tough time, but speed farm to level 6 and then make something happen, because forcing ganks pre-6 for Nocturne, it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard for him, especially against the Gragas and the Silas. So my mindset, if I was Nocturne, I would rush 6 as fast as I can, ward up, put down an early vision ward, get that level 6 and make the gank happen. So we see a little bit of banter happening here in the middle lane between Kaka, who is his IGN is Karat Londa, for those of you who don't know, and Crayon. So
Uh, and Crayon just gets like one stack because every time you hit an enemy's champion with a spell, you get a stack. So Crayon started this game with a stack. Kaka not pleased. He thought they were just having fun. He thought it was just a light moment. Jenna, maybe not the right path you take. You'll receive a Q. Crayon places a deep ward. Kaka about to punish her for it. He will deal some damage. Akali is nearby. And that glacial augment is annoying. Crayon, however, turns around, will deal almost equal amount of damage. Kaka and Crayon, they're just fighting it out at level 1. Kaka will deal a lot of damage. Crayon has to back up a bit, and that's how the laning phase starts. So it's just level 1 brawling happening everywhere. Something you don't see a lot these days.
yes, that was very cheeky of both of them fighting in the river. Well, I think Crayon is a little bit on the lower end because she got to pop a cookie that she has, or the pot. But you know, it's too early to tell. We see Kaka coming in for a very aggressive engage, very aggressive trade. Bot lane doing their thing. So in this early game, let's take a look at, you know, the starting items for everybody. Gold coin for the supports. You know, I like gold coin. It stacks very fast, very early for them to get the wards. And we saw how Team Roty's then played before. They want the wards early. And it's also good for the side of Nocturnal Visage. We see Danny taking a lot of damage, but he manages to go back to safety. Kirk is
Ooh.
right there for him.
Danny just stepping a little ahead from what he should have. Uh, this game is going to be very interesting because Veigar with a glacial augment is really annoying. Veigar can offer that slow. The items can offer a lot of slow from glacial augment, and then will just help Veigar to land the cage, get the team stunned in. And Veigar, as we know, is notorious for dealing worst amount of damage. That 1 hour can just practically one-shot a mid lane, a late game. So I'm really interested to see how this happens. Meanwhile, there's a gank on Fufu. Fufu flashes out. He's taking a lot of damage. He will eat his W, but he will die as well. First kill going to the side of Nocturnal Visage Gaming.
Wow. Nocturnal Visage showing that dominance in the early game. First kill in 3 minutes goes to the Nocturne. That is nice. You know, we were speaking about how for Nocturne it would be great if he went top. We see Gragas being a little sneaky here in the pixel brush. He comes in and oh! Nocturne manages to smite steal it. Here
Nocturne
comes
manages
Kaka,
to
he's engaging. Right onto Crayon. Crayon does not have any mana. It's not too safe for her, but she's still going to continue because Nocturne makes an appearance, but they were back out.
Well, that was a cheeky attempt from Gragas, waiting there in the bush, trying to take that scuttle. But luckily Nocturne had that smite to be able to secure it. That will give them a little more vision on the top side, which means Fufu will have to play a bit safe. This is what I was talking about in the laning phase, Akali versus a GP. It becomes a little annoying for Akali because of the Grasp of the Undying. GP can just keep healing up, and he doesn't even need to come melee range to heal up. That's the biggest problem. Akali also has that fleet footwork, so she can also sustain for a bit, but that GP is now starting to hurt a bit and annoy a bit. Okay, so we got an early kill, but we see both junglers now farming up. We see Kaka sort of going to harass Silas. Silas will pop a shield. Silas will make Doctor pop the shield. Crayon and Unforgiven go on to Kadaklonda. He will take the stun. He will take some damage. Unforgiven doesn't have the mana to pursue, and Kaka will just walk back and keep farming.
I felt that engage could actually have completely closed Kaka down to the point that he had to burn a flash, but I don't think that the communication was there, probably too strong between Nocturnal Visage's jungle and mid laner. But however, I like the way that they're actually keeping up. If you look at the CS board, you know, they are a little bit behind, but they are still keeping up. We got to keep in mind that Team Roty's then, they are way more experienced. And I feel that if Nocturnal Visage, if they don't realize that they have to really play this from a strong laning phase to good team macro, because Team Roty's then is so quick, they could lose the lead. They will lose everything that they are trying to work for right now.
That's very true. They need to be careful right now. Danny is a really nice support player. Kirk is notorious for just farming minions. Before you realize he's going to have the CS, he's going to start getting items, and he's going to start dealing a lot of damage. Forest does go and manage to steal a Gromp. He flashes over. He's followed there by Nocturne, and Crayon picks up that kill.
Wow, that was the disrespect right there. You know, Forest knew he had to burn that flash, but Nocturne committed as well, putting that fear, and unfortunately Kaka was not in the lane. Vega walked down, Crayon getting a kill on Vega. That's going to be great for her. You know, we see that she has pulled out 2 Doran's Ring. That means she's going to stay safe, farm, get the mana return. I think that's the strategy for Crayon. And now she's really aggressive onto Kaka. And we
Kaka will deal a lot of damage. He will steal Crayon's ulti. There's an ulti coming in from Fufu. Kaka ultis Crayon. Crayon will flash out of it, survive by a sliver of health, and Nocturne was right there. So Crayon will survive to live another day.
Right now, Unforgiven Slayer is showing so much dominance in the jungle. His map presence has been insane. He has been there backing up his mid laner. He has made successful ganks. He has also managed to catch Forest in his jungle. Wow, I like the way this Nocturne is playing right now. So this early lead, I mean, the CS isn't doing so well. So the goal difference is not that much. We can't really say that Nocturnal Visage has a lead, but they are doing overall much better in terms
Oh,
of the
that's a
rotations.
3-man bot coming in. Danny will land that W. Kirk will deal some form of burst damage, but they will back off. Predator popped on the side of Gragas. They did manage to steal that red buff, put the Nocturne a bit behind. Nocturne might reply by going on to their red side. Nocturne knows their red side. Their red buff is gone. Nocturne will try and scout the red side of Gragas' jungle. Fufu is there, so let's see if they reply back or not. A TP being burned mid. Crayon will come mid. Will land the cage, but Kaka won't be stunned. So the game is still pretty much even. Don't get me wrong, nobody is ahead at this moment of the game. But looking at both junglers, definitely Nocturne able to show much more impact than
To the untrained eye, you look like everyone else.
But yeah, Nocturne just able to show much more impact than Gragas. They know Nocturne is on the red side. Gragas will go in. They will be trying to fight Nocturne. Creon comes in from behind. Will get another kill on Forest. Now they're turning on to Kaka. Kaka is taking a lot of damage. He will have to flash out of it. But they just turned the whole fight around. Akali is also there. And so is
Wow.
Fufu.
Team Roty's then I'm at a loss for words. I'm sure Anthracite is as well. Because Team Roty's then, they're looking very relaxed. And I think Nocturnal Visage is actually a force to be reckoned with. Like, they are showing and displaying so much team macro, so much communication in terms of their rotations. This Nocturne, he is turning up the party. He has all participations in the first 3 kills. I'm in disbelief. I love this match so much. What are your thoughts? Like, I'm actually lost for words.
I mean, this wasn't completely this is completely unexpected, and now they're gonna try to take that dragon. Gragas is somewhere in mid. Tariq, he's lacking pathing today. I don't know what he's doing, but he's just playing like pathing. There's a fight breaking down. Tariq comes in. They will deal damage to the Thresh. Thresh will take a burst of damage, flash out of it. Captain Kirk goes in, will kill the Nocturne, but Creon will kill him. Captain Kirk also dies, so there's a double kill coming in from the side of Nocturnal Visage. They will also take the dragon. Now they've shifted focus to Kaka. Kaka will also die, and Danny surviving on a sliver of HP. He will try to run away from there. He has to flash out from that cage. Oh my god, Team Roty's Den is playing so bad.
Oh, I think, whoa. You see, you can't be complacent. You don't know when these new teams will pop up. You don't know when they'll be able to, you know, actually match up to you. Because this early game by Nocturnal Visage is insane. Crayon coming up. Just a very new League of Legends player. She used to play Dota all the time. She was an ex-member of Galaxy. She is popping right off now. She's 400 gold she has 400 gold shutdown. She's 401. She has so much participation. And is that BM we see? She's just sitting there. Ooh.
That looks like a little BM. She just pings that her ulti still has 18 seconds. She will decide to go back. And meanwhile, Danny tries to onboard, but there's a Nocturne. Nocturne will jump on the Xayah. Xayah is protected for this while. They see a Gragas coming forward and they will back off. Fufu and Akali trading right now. Akali going all in on Fufu. She will ulti. And is she able to get a solo kill on Fufu? Yes, she is. So Fufu also dying solo to Akali. Crayon and Kaka fighting in mid lane. Kaka will be able to deal some burst damage to Crayon. Crayon will decide to back off. Kaka does steal her ulti, but doesn't decide to use it as of yet. He might be looking for another burst. Crayon does need to back off. Does need to play around his ulti. She will choose the flask again. And honestly, she gives solo kills Kaka! Crayon will solo kill Kaka! What the hell is happening this game?
The hook connects!
He lands a stun on Xayah. Xayah will have to hourglass it. Forest is there. They will back off. There's a teleport coming in.
Right now,
Nocturne is coming in. It's a 4v3 fight. They land a hook on Danny, and Danny dies. What is happening? TRD is falling like a house of cards. They are playing this game so bad and they might end up losing this turret.
Oh, my skin is absolutely crawling. Perfect display of skill. You do not underestimate anybody. You do not underestimate. I believe Creon is in gold. She's up against Kaka, who's in diamond. She has her composure. She is out CSing. Right now, Creon is proving to be the MVP from Nocturnal Visage. It is truly unbelievable. As well as the Nocturne constantly showing his face. 4-man, the Akali teleports, but they sadly they're not able to get that first tower. 40 minutes is going to come up. The tower plates won't be there anymore. Let's just take a look at items, you know. Vega, Crayon, she has her first item done. We see the Silas, he is struggling to get those items as well. Everyone is not doing fine. They're not. I think this is, you know, Team Roty's Den, they should take a step back and calm themselves down and don't play around tilt, because it is still comebackable for them. Like, the goal lead is not that big. And we see a huge engage coming
We
in
see a
onto the
dive
Gragas.
coming in on Gragas. Gragas will flash out of it, but Nocturne will follow him with a flash. Gets another kill. The score is 10-1, and TRD is just they are playing one of the worst games they've ever played in a long time. Turret plating is going to fall soon. Payal will manage to get all turrets in mid. So this is absolutely insane coming from Nocturnal Visage.
Wow. I am lost for words. You know, looking at the CS difference, you know, mid lane right now has a huge gap. They do manage to get the first tower below 14 minutes, which means all plates in the mid lane. First tower to Nocturnal Visage. They are absolutely stomping right now. It is a score 10-1. It's a 10-1
Oh my god,
score.
Kaka is so low. We will have to walk out of there. Creon does take some damage, but the damage Creon dealt to Kaka was insane. They are securing the Herald. This is just pro level rotations. What's happening right now? Nocturnal Visage is just demolishing TRD right now. I would like to believe it's comebackable. I would like to believe TRD's experience will finally pay off. But at this point, the game looks very difficult for TRD, and I really don't know what's happening right now.
Alright, this is getting really hype. Everybody, please let us know who you are supporting. Is it Nocturnal Visage or Team Roty's Den? Let us know your thoughts in the stream chat. So, looking overall at everything, you know, they are one thing that I really love is that the Nocturne is utilizing his ult, constantly making sure that the moment his ulti is up, he's
Kaka
gonna do
is
something.
bot. He will initiate on the Ashe. He will ulti on the Ashe. There's a TP coming in from Vega and then pick up another kill on Kaka. Beautiful TPs. Meanwhile, Forest is getting ganked on by that Nocturne. He will ulti the Nocturne away. And I don't know what's happening, but TRD is losing right now. And just a reminder, guys, this is a knockout game. It's a knockout format tournament. So if TRD loses this match, they're out of the tournament. India's #1 team will be out of the tournament. Forest dies. Now there's a bot lane coming in. They will get 1 kill. Akali gets a double kill. Kirk will be able to get 2 kills out of that. Kirk misses his ulti absolutely bizarrely. Fufu and Kirk trying to fight Akali, trying to back 1v1, and Akali tries to flash kill Kirk, won't be able to do it. Kirk will get 3 kills that are desperately needed on the side of TRD. Creon is waiting there. Creon is coming for Kirk. She will miss the frost, and she flashes ulti. She will get a kill. Kaka coming in. This will be the end of bounty for Creon. Kaka will be able to get her kill, but Creon was able to drop Kaka very low before she does it.
You see, this is the thing. You know, Nocturnal Visage, they cannot get too cocky because it was a 3v4 situation. They lost 2 members. Team Roty's then lost 2 members, and then it was just a 2v1, and that was just a bad trade for them. So it's really great. Team Roty's then able to come back, taking the goal away from the Vega, being able to take some goal for themselves and try to close the gap in the difference in goal. That's going to be good for Team Roty's Den. Now, everybody do not mistake Team Roty's Den. They're mental. As long as they can get it together as a team, it will always be comebackable for them. And for Nocturnal Visage, we can only hope that this brand new team will just show a good display of discipline, patience, and team strategy.
I mean, honestly, at this point, tournaments can just turn on a dime. We've seen a lot of underdog victories happen in the past, and it might as well be possible even here. So we don't really know what to expect from this game. TRD might still be able to bring it back, but right now it looks very difficult for them. Fufu will be farming a bit. He does have that that Trinity Force complete, so that the first item spike is coming on Fufu. He will start to hurt slowly, more and more. Kirk is getting that item. That's their only hope right now. Kirk honestly carrying this game for him. Kaka with that Silas pick is very iffy because the nerf Silas got has hit Silas pretty bad. I honestly see people picking up Silas in Worlds and struggling. The other day before, our team played Silas and he went 1-6. So Silas has been struggling universally. So I'm not really sure on that Silas pick.
And the third tower goes to Nocturnal Visage. They have all the first tier towers from all 3 lanes. We see a pause coming in. Let's just collect our thoughts and look at all of the stats in the game. So there's a quite a big, like 7k gold difference. That is still huge in the 80-minute phase.
That's massive.
Yeah, exactly. And then you see the Inferno Dragon is on their side. That just makes Vega unstoppable. If Vega lives and Nocturnal Visage is able to get Vega to dish out the damage along with the Ashe, it's going to be great for Nocturnal Visage. So right now, what Team Roty's then that we can hope to see from all of them is that they come together for a team play. They use the mechanics. They pick the right fight. They capitalize on a mistake that Nocturnal Visage is going to make. So looking at the CS scores, you know, Captain Kirk, he had a rough time, but his CS is still up there. He's still trying to get it. Fufu also doing fine. Kaka did get a big 900 gold shutdown, so that's great for him. You know, he already has 1 item completed, still way behind compared to the Vega, but it's comebackable, guys. We all know it's going to be comebackable. So one of the AD carries from Nocturnal Visage, Night Ray has just bug splattered. We will slowly wait for them to come back into the game. And whoa. So what are your thoughts, Anthracite?
I'm just at a loss of words. I've never been so dumbfounded on the caster's desk. I've never been so out of words to say. But at this point, TRD is struggling massively. They've two dragons down, the 3 turrets down. There's a 7k gold lead on the side of team NV. So it's a really big problem. And TRD must learn how to play from behind, because this is looking like a very tough game if they can't. Their only hope right now is that Kirk keeps getting fed and is able to do something, is able to carry the game. But they really need to hold this game right now. They really need to take it slow. They really need to pause it at this point.
So right now, this pause, you know, I bet the teams will be rethinking their strategy. They'll be talking amongst one another while one of the team members, Night Ray, restarts his computer. Team Roty's then, you know, I do hope that, you know, they'll just breathe slowly and show why they are some of India's best players. But then also Nocturnal Visage coming, like the underdogs coming through. It's like I'm torn between both teams. I'm very torn. So I would say I'm like 50-50 on each side. Like each side, whoever like does get the victory, I'm cool with that. And this has been the most exciting game up till date. Since we first started streaming almost a week ago, this is by far the most exhilarating.
I mean, honestly, it's crazy. One sec. I need to get in touch with the admins.
All right, we seem to have a little bit of difficulty here. Some technical difficulties, but that's fine. I'm keeping up with the chat, and I see a lot of fans of Crayon. Everybody is totally digging Crayon's dominance in the game. You know, that display of mid-skill. Don't underestimate her, because she will kill you. Right now, how she plays Vega and how she's been moving around, I feel that, you know, she's aware of what she's doing. Vega must be a comfort pick for her. That's really great, because now she's able to display and show what she's capable of. We have to remember also that in a 5v5 tournament, it all depends on team synergy, how the teams are going to work together. That will play the biggest part, because in the early game you have laning phase, and then you have the mid game and the late game. So during the mid and the late game, it's mostly consisted of like multiple players. So that's where the team fights happen. So always remember that you got to draft for the team fights, because it happens majority of the time. You have to draft for who's going to split in the mid and late game. Looking overall at both sides of the team compositions, I do like Team Roty's Den. Their engage is extremely strong. They have really, really good 5v5 advantage because of their GP ulti as well coming in. You know, you can have the Gragas to disengage if Nocturnal Visage is coming onto them too strong. You have Danny on the Rakan, which is going to be very protective, and on top of that, Kirk on Xayah. So it still very much can be turned around. We just got to keep a lookout for that Mountain Drake, which Nocturnal Visage, they are abusing it right now. They're going for towers. They are not wasting any time. It is 18 minutes. They've got 3 towers to themselves, and they're going on to the 4th. Here we can see in the pause screen. And also the Infernal Drake, that was it 8%? That percentage scaling is going to give them so much damage. And right now, Anthracite, my co-hoster, you know, he's just checking to see if everything is okay. We will update the status of the tournament, so don't worry. Stay in chat, chill, and let's have a discussion about both sides of the teams, and who your favorite players are. So, Anthracite, do you have any input to give us? You know, anything to think about? And he is still working on the net issues. Not to worry, everybody.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just trying to fix the net issues. But yeah, there has been some DCs. The R calls have been going out. So yeah, this game is completely bizarre. This game is actually crazy. Let's see how they turn this around, if they can turn this around. But this is a result nobody expected. They have. It's just been so crazy. I don't know what's happening this side. And Fufu just taking a lot of damage from Crayon. Crayon will deal a burst. Kaka will be able to steal Ashley's ulti. And we just res into a fight. Fufu surviving on like a tick of HP. Will go back. Nocturne has his items completed. You see Crayon. Crayon has 2 of her items completed. She's playing really strong on the Glacier Augment. And that's an initiation going in from both Fufu and Kaka. They will flash out of it, and that's a brilliant disengage going in. It's a tough game from TRD. They really need to stall this game, farm up, and then maybe hope to fight. But at this point, Nocturnal Visage is not giving them that opportunity.
Exactly. Looking like we're coming to 19 minutes already. You know, the CS scores are actually very underwhelming for both sides, but however, the big gap and dominance being displayed by Nocturnal Visage, who we see, and Akali is going in for an engage, but Kaka manages to dash out of safety. So Nocturnal Visage, they are dominating, you know, almost up to 10 kills above Team Roty's Den. TRD has to pick up the scraps. They have to try. And we see Nocturne blindly walking into the bush, and he's going to get completely messed up. He is dead.
That's a very important kill coming on the side of TRD. They did get that very important pickup, and I just hope they're able to turn this game around. Infernal Drake spawning in 50 seconds. Both teams should be looking to rotate there. Nocturnal Visage already has 1 Infernal. Giving them another Infernal would just mean a huge set of problems, because they have a Veigar. Veigar with 2 Infernals just gives him so much AP. It's going to be really hard to deal with late game.
Exactly, I totally agree with what you're saying. We can see that, you know, the next dragon is coming up, and it is going to be an Infernal Drake. Wow, TRD has to get this Infernal Drake just to even out the damage, because then they will get the buff as well. But if it does go over to Nocturnal Visage, it could almost actually be over for Team Roty's Den. Then they would have to rely on big mistakes Nocturnal Visage will be making. this Infernal Dragon is going to stack with what they already have, that one other Infernal Drake, and it looks like it's actually going to go to them. And that is 2 Infernal Drakes for Nocturnal Visage.
They just let Nocturnal Visage pick this up uncontested. I don't really know what's happening on the side of TRD, but this is not how they've played. This feels like a completely different team playing this game. They're playing so bad. Their macro play is just gone down to the dogs. They just left that Infernal Drake. They lack warding at this point. They're trying to prevent, they're trying to protect that Baron, but I don't know for how long they'll be able to track this out. They're really behind, and they really need a miracle at this point to be able to turn this game around, because Nocturnal Visage is looking very dominant with that 7k gold lead coming in.
Yes, on the topic that you mentioned, warding, if you look at the ward score of the Thresh, which is Triopsy on Thresh against Danny on Rakan, there's a huge gap. Thresh is working himself to the bone. If you look at the score of also the Akali, the Nocturne, everybody in Nocturnal Visage is playing their part by warding, because you can tell from the ward scores right here. You know, they're doing their best. They have a hard bracket. They're against TRD, but they are determined to take this for themselves. So now we see a little bit of a strategy happening in the Pixel Brush, close to the Baron. Not sure if that's going to work out for them, because TRD is now currently scattered all over the map. TRD has to deward the area around Baron now. It looks like there are Baron pings, and is it going to be a Baron ping? A Baron call, a Baron start, and Gragas turns on his Predator. It is probably now going to be on cooldown. That's a wasted Predator on Forest's end.
That's a big wasted Predator on Forest, and they are trying to stop this Baron from happening, but they're really behind on farm. It's desperation mode setting in for TRD, and that's not good. They really need a solid strategy plan. Meanwhile, Akali is just split pushing that bot lane. Fufu is trying to match her, but she will be able to get the tier 2 turret up bot as well. Both Akali and Fufu have their teleports available. Akali going in will deal some damage to Fufu. Will be harassing. He's going all in. He is gonna turret dive Fufu. Oh my god, she's dealing so much damage. She almost manages to kill Fufu, and that's a fight breaking near Baron. They have started Baron. Nocturne will take a lot of damage. That's Fufu's ulti coming in. They will decide to back up from the Baron, but it's a very risky play. A fight could emerge. TRD doesn't initiate a fight. They both back off. And a Baron reset, a Baron averted. But this game, nowhere looking close at this point.
So that was brilliant. I would say of TRD. You know, they did manage to stop the Baron call. You know, GP was getting bullied, right? Fufu was getting bullied by Jenna, but he managed to take a deep breath. You know, he still, as he was running to safety, he popped his ulti on the Baron, and that's great. They did stop the Baron from going into Nocturnal Visage's hands. So right now, TRD, you know, they have to regain all of their vision control. They got to take a step back, analyze the situation. They got to start with the warding. They got to keep up in CS, but you can see their jungle is bald right now. Everybody just wants as much gold as they can get. Trioxy puts a lantern over. Is Crayon going to take it to safety? Nocturnal Visage has to be careful, because it is starting to feel like they're getting cocky right now. And TRD, they can notice that, and they can definitely turn it back into their favor.
I mean, if you look at the Veigar, she already almost has that Rabidus death cap completed. The moment that's completed, she will just be killing Xayah in one ultimate. So that's very risky. I don't know what they do to turn this game around at this point, but it's not looking good for TRD. They are really struggling hard in this game. And I never expected to see a result like this, but we might just have a very strong team coming up on the horizon, a very new team coming up on the horizon, and they might just be able to get this victory.
Yes, and you know, a recall coming in. We see a nice trail of wards at the opening of the top side of TRD's jungle. That's very good vision that Nocturnal Visage has planted. Another dragon will be coming up in 20 seconds, and that is the Cloud Drake. Very beneficial Drake. You know, at this point, if there was an Ocean Drake, I don't think it's going to be of much use to either side. But a Cloud Drake, that's gonna help in rotations. That's gonna help Nocturnal Visage rotate and get to objectives and do what they want to do much quicker. If TRD manages to secure it, which I don't know because Nocturne is on this Cloud Drake right now, that is most definitely going to go to Nocturnal Visage. They are still taking the objectives. They are. This is amazing. The way that they are playing, they have completely shoved TRD to just their base and a little bit of like half of their jungle. One thing that I can say is that TRD is playing great. They're not dying more than they need to die. I mean, it was unfortunate for them early game, but right now they're trying to be as safe as possible. We see Kaka going to mirror Jenna at bot lane. Good idea because the teleport on Kaka is still up. He has to be careful. And it looks like the Baron is about to be started. Nocturnal Visage attempts, but they stop because GP pops his ultimate. Now GP does not have ulti, you know. Nocturnal Visage can heal. They can hold, get all that health back, and attempt to do the Baron again because now Team Roty's dead is short of one ultimate. So we see the Akali clearing all the vision. It's beautiful the way that Nocturnal Visage is clearing vision, taking all these responsibilities to establish dominance. And we see a cage coming out from Vega. Sadly, Kirk has to use his ultimate to dodge it. The Thresh hook Trioxy almost does get Captain Kirk. Wow.
Yeah,
This is
that's
just-
that's
and-
insane playing going in. They are trying to turn it around, but Danny will die. The fight breaking in. Nocturne's ulti being popped up. He will be able to walk out of there. And they now collapse on Fufu. Vega gets another kill. They're now trying to collapse on Kirk. They will get a third kill. And triple kill coming in from Vega. What a flash initiate.
What? Oh my gosh! That was insane. That was insane. Nocturnal Visage just completely collapsed onto Team Roty's den. They are going to go for it. They're going to go for the end. That was an insane engage. I don't know what's happening. Team Roty's den gets aced. The bottom inhibitor falls to Nocturnal Visage. Now they're taking the middle inhibitor. They're going for the win. They are absolutely going for the win. This is unbelievable. It's almost like out of character for Nocturnal Visage. It is insane. I have never seen such display of skill. They made Team Roty's den look like amateurs. This is something to think about, to reflect. Like, is Nocturnal Visage even real right now? Because I am in disbelief. A great game. Kaka, is he going to go down? Sadly, Akali dies. But Team Roty's den, they are coming back. They are punishing Nocturnal Visage for overstaying. Team Roty's den is not determined to go down without a fight. Only Nocturne is left alive. They still want to win. They still want to win. Team Roty's den, they are giving everything. They lost 2 inhibitors. That's fine. They are going to most definitely they are going to try to get the Baron because it's crucial for them at this point. We see Captain Kirk, you know, with the feathers on Zaya. He is starting the Baron along with Forest. The teleport comes in with Fufu. They are going to secure this Baron. This is a huge mistake that Nocturnal Visage made. But then we see the Nocturne come in with that ultimate. Anthracite, are you seeing this? This is insane. They are going for the XPK and it is over. It is over. That is it. Nocturnal Visage actually beats Team Roty's den in the round of 16s. That was a mistake. Do not do the Baron when your inhibitors are down. Crayon came in with the teleport along with the Nocturne, engaging with his ultimate just to kill Kaka and end the game. That was absolutely insane. Let us know what your thoughts were on this match, Nocturnal Visage versus Team Roty's den. Thank you all for watching. To follow the tournament progress, please go to www.legion.lenovo.com. We'll be back tomorrow with more matches as this is the last one for today. So don't forget to subscribe to Legion Gaming India's YouTube channel, which is this one, for all the broadcasts and regular gaming content with some of the biggest names in gaming from around India. I'm Apollonia. Thank you so much for witnessing this match with me. and Anthracite.
Thank you for logging, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with more games. I'll hit you guys up. Thank you for logging in. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.
To the untrained eye, you look like everyone else. But you have another side. Embrace it with a machine that's worthy of you. Stylish on the outside, savage on the inside. Legion by Lenovo, powered by Intel Core i7 processors.
Think she can't get a last-second clutch? Watch this. Think he can't carry his team while streaming in high resolution? All the while recording a once-in-a-lifetime win? Watch this. Think leveling up only happens in-game? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, they'll rise to every challenge. Now it's your turn. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.